Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kemetic Tarot. I went ahead and pulled a few cards here. Oops. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Emperor. So let's get right into it. Okay. Okay, so what I see here is we have the Five of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Emperor. It's looking like you might have had to be left out in the cold. You might have left something out in the cold. Something was abandoned or had to be abandoned and left behind in order for you to be in this new state of, having a different perspective, kind of looking at things differently, so that something had to be left behind so that you could look at something differently, so that in the future you could move into a more solid position of being in full and total control of your life, into the Emperor energy. What I'm seeing, the challenge is the Two of Swords, and what you don't see coming is the King of Cups. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that your challenge is that there's somebody, or there might be somebody or something that you might have to block out, or you have been blocking out. So let's just kind of clarify these cards. The Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. Okay, so it's looking as though you're being called to work on something. You might have been working on something, and it might have been too much of a fight for you. It's looking like something that you were putting a lot of energy and effort towards in the past ended up not being worth it. And so you were called to move forward in the situation and maybe perhaps leave that situation behind. You might have found that the energy that you were trying to invest in a situation wasn't actually worth it. It wasn't worth the fight that you were putting up. In this present moment, I see you getting some clarity on maybe some of the options in life that you have, and maybe some of these options that you have been considering, perhaps you need to put an end to something. Maybe you've been putting your energy in a lot of different places, but I see you really getting some clarity as to what it is that you actually have before you and how some things actually need to end. Okay, in the future, I see the Emperor clarified by the Ten of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so it's looking as though you're being called to let go of a burden. In the future, I see you actually letting go of a burden, dropping some things down that have been weighing you down, and starting something new, building something new. You might be building something from scratch, but that is going to be a blessing. Okay, and what you don't see, the challenge for you is the Two of Swords. The challenge is going to be for you is that looking at the situation, realizing, okay, there's some things that I need to drop. There's some things that I need to let go of. For some of you, you guys have already let go of some things and abandoned some things. And for some of you, you guys will be abandoning some things. You are being challenged with learning how to say no to some things. You might find that you have a bunch of options. Maybe you realize that you're the type of person who has a lot of options. And so, really choosing what's going to be the best investment for you might have been something that was hard for you. Okay, but whatever it is that you were considering, maybe this option that you did choose, I'm seeing that you have gotten some enlightenment. The Hangman clarified by the High Priestess in the Death, Seven of Cups in the Depth, is that, you're getting some enlightenment in that on an option that you thought would be best for you actually has turned out not to be best for you. That it's become a burden, and that you need to actually be letting it go. So the challenge is saying no to things that perhaps you once thought were worth the investment, but no longer are worth the investment. Okay. I'm seeing the what you don't see coming is the King of Cups. Okay. which is clarified by the Six of Pentacles and the Hermit. So what I'm seeing here is that there's somebody who you could have been dealing with in the past, somebody who was emotional about you, somebody who had a lot of feelings towards you, but for some reason either they were taking your attention away from what it is that you had to do, or perhaps their attention was somewhere else. I'm seeing the Hermit here, and I'm seeing the Five of Cups with the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, okay, in the World card. So what it's showing me here is that, you know, somebody that you might have been dealing with in the past could have been giving to two people, and then so you were called to leave something out in the cold, abandon something, and spend some time in solitude and really investigate, you know, what really works for you and what doesn't. I'm seeing some reconciliation might be happening, and that might be the reason why you might have to say no or learn how to say no. But it's looking like somebody wants to extend an offer of, you know, friendship towards you. Maybe somebody's going back and forth about this offer. Perhaps somebody was definitely juggling you here, but I'm seeing somebody does indeed want to rush in and say a few things, have a few words for you. But what I'm seeing is that the Wheel of Fortune is that once you learn how to kind of overcome the situation by learning how to say no, learning how to leave things alone, and learning that some things that at one point in time might have been the best or really fit you may no longer be the case. Once you really understand that, you know, I'm being called to put down some burden that is just not worth it so that I could start something new that will actually lead into a blessing, you'll realize that you will move into a more fortunate place, okay? A place of abundance. You will be a lot more fortunate in life. So what I'm seeing is that whatever it is that you have been dealing with, working towards investing in, whether it was a relationship with a person, or, you know, otherwise, you're being asked, Spirit is letting you know that this person will reappear, the situation will reappear, and you will definitely at that point in time make a decision as to if this is something worth investing in for you. Okay, so that's what I've got for you.